Hi everybody, it's Robin Craze Crafter, and my final video here before Christmas, and it is for Jeff's parents and uncle. He's been a bachelor all of his life, and so I always make them something. They seem to appreciate it more than, anyway. And I wanted his mother's to be a non-traditional Christmas one. So I took, I don't know who did a Pringles can, but I thought, oh, you're such a genius. Because I don't want to spend a lot of money on stuff that I'm going to cover up with the paper. So this is what I did. I got a short one. And there's 3 different sizes of the Pringles. There's the big ones, this one, and then a smaller one. And I wanted to have more room in it because I'm going to put some extra butterflies in that. So this is what I use, my punches. This great big punch from Martha Stewart, and then her larger monarch butterfly, and then this little one. And then I also have a little tiny punch I got on the dollar rack at Michael's. So these 2 flowers are from Basil, and they were orange, and I just took a brown chocolate chip from Stampin' Up! Over it a little bit just to dull it because it was pretty bright. And then this is a Prima leaf, and then my lollipop flower with the feather, and then I added a butterfly here. And it's the same color as this background, but I took the chocolate chip on it too. So I covered it in this orange paper from Hobby Lobby, and this brown paper, all the papers from Hobby Lobby, and just their individual pieces. And then I got this because I knew I wanted to use the brown ribbon from Hobby Lobby that we all love, and it's coming across real dark. I don't know. We'll see. And I just, like this one, this butterfly here, I punched it out like 3 times. Once the right direction, and then I flipped it so it would match up on the back a little bit better. Just because if you see it, which you can't, but just in case my pop dots aren't sticking. And then I have an extra brown one underneath there, just in because I wanted to. And then here, this butterfly, I punched it out 3 times and layered it because I wanted it to have some dimension, but I didn't want it to be sticking up with pop dots. And then here's one more here. And then I used the same brown to cut the border butterflies on there. And then at the last second, I decided I wanted something on the back. So I used this ornate stamp from Hobby Lobby. And it's hard to tell now that the ribbon's on, of course, but I made sure that the amount of ink was uneven on the whole stamp. So then I stamped it, and then I put the ribbon on it to cover the edge of the stamp, and then also on this side. On there. And then cut this one out a couple times again, and then traced it on the brown and cut out the brown because I didn't want the holes to be see-through. And then again cut out, and then I put this one on pop dots, and this one here again I cut out the brown and then the green just to give it some dimension. And this side's on pop dots, and this is glued down in that corner. And then I glued down here, but then raised it up some to give it some dimension and glued that corner down. So the lid, I used the green on the inside and then the top of the lid. And I used the Forever Young. There's one flower that has a great scallop on it. So, and there's my mother-in-law's money container. This one was, I took some pictures, but it's really hard to get a good picture of this since it's round. So, and now I'm going to save the best for last. Well, they're all good. Anyway, I made this card this morning for Jeff's uncle, And I just wanted it something simple. He'll like this one. And so I used my gypsy and I welded it together at the foot. I love that gypsy. So, and what I did was I welded it together. I can't remember what size. I'm sorry. And then I made this red one just a little bit smaller to back it with. And then I let it hang over a little bit just to give it some dimension again. I'm into the dimension today, I guess. And made this little pocket to put his money in. So, oh, I got a stamp on the back. Handmade thing. So, and I used Stretch Your Imagination gingerbread man. And then this is just a greeting from, of course, Memory on 5th Street, 99-cent one. And then I took my embossing pen and just did the, I know what I want to call it, but it's not coming out. So, and then I also went around his lip just a little bit. So there's that. And then Jeff's dad's card. Isn't this just so cute? My Pink Stamper Challenge is what I submitted this for. I was not getting inspired, and that's the great thing about YouTube and the blogs is I could not come up with what I wanted to do, and saw her challenge of blue or teal, green, and brown. Well, I didn't have any teal color. I really wanted to use that teal, but I didn't have any teal at home, so I used the navy blue background. It's just a piece from Hobby Lobby, and then I cut out the white for the snow at an angle. I cut my house first and had it all designed out, and then determined from there where my angle of snow needed to go. On my blog it shows the sizes, and if I get a chance I'll put the sizes on the screen of what I cut the house and the guy at. These are from Jolly Holiday, the new cartridge, limited edition at my Walmart. And I knew I wanted to use that cartridge, and when I picked him out, I'm like, oh, well, he's cut out in green in the book, but that's not what, excuse me. It just happened that I couldn't decide if I wanted to do him in blue or green, and I thought the wagon would look better with blue, so that's why he ended up with green. And I used glitter from A Latte More. A Latte? No, it's not A Latte More. That's a coffee shop in Sioux City. The glitter from A Latte stack from Die Cuts with a View, and the wagon is from the metallic stack from Die Cuts with a View, and the craft cardstock in the brown is just stuff from Hobby Lobby. And then I took this poofy writer's paint and did his hat and shirt and the edge of the wagon along the little hill and on the house snow, and then the snowflakes, and I put diamond dust on them. So, and then I went ahead and cut out on the wheel. I punched out with a bigger hand hole punch. I wanted some a little bit more dimension on that when I put the blue little dots on. So I cut, and I also, what I did was I cut this out twice. I cut it out in white and black because I wanted the wagon to be the black, but I wanted him to be the white, so then I just pieced it together. So, and then embossed Happy Holidays there. So, if you have any questions, let me know, and have a super Merry Christmas. Thank you. Bye.